and welcome once again to GN Live. My name is Gilbert Nyambavum. Today we are joined by people who are doing some really amazing stuff in Zimbabwe, and that's what we want to talk about. Ali, thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into the project that you want to do in Zimbabwe, tell us a bit about the foundation that you work with and the work that you've been doing in Zimbabwe so far.
Well, this all started, Gilbert, because we were part of a charity and that was sending out money to Zimbabwe from the UK to help vulnerable children.
Okay.
And the more that we've looked into this, the more that we realised that there's actually a deficit.
Oh, okay.
And so when we realised that we needed to build schools, but it went a bit further than that.
Okay. Okay.
We realised that we're not just building schools, we're actually building communities.
Communities, okay.
And the reason being is that, you know, vulnerable children need help. Also, you know, there is a lot that you can do on the land in Zimbabwe, rural Zimbabwe, as far as building communities. So we're going to take this a step further because they will be private schools, but we will be giving you know, children, vulnerable children in the local area opportunities, 15%.
Okay, 15% of it will go to vulnerable children.
Yeah, well, they'll have places in schools.
Okay, so you're going to do like scholarships for the vulnerable children?
Yes,
okay.
yeah. So, but around that we will be building, so that's why it's just an honour to be here today, because you know, I'm able to connect with more Zimbabwean entrepreneurs as well, because I believe that, you know, we should all come together to help and you know, grow communities. But we're talking about global, being in a global village as well, as far as global education partnerships are concerned.
You're looking to do some 40 schools around the country.
Yes.
At what levels? Is it primary, tertiary or secondary?
Each 40 sites across the country will have primary, secondary and a vocational college as well.
Okay. And when are you looking to start rolling this project out?
We've already started rolling the project out. We've started with our first piece of land in Chihota.
Wow, amazing.
We already have 6 partners in Zimbabwe, and one of those is the Zimbabwean government. Yeah,
you're getting support from the government?
Yes, the Minister of Education is you know, very well, I was in talks with him.
Okay. You've had meetings with the minister?
Yes, absolutely. And also, you know, we've got other access to government in Zimbabwe, because it's, you know, they recognise as well that there's a deficit of schools, but it's all about shaping and building communities. Lovely to be there and talk to His Honourable Minister Torio Moyo, because he was talking about, you know, keeping cultural heritage, and that's really important to us at the Lucy Creditso Foundation, so that, you know, when we do have children, for example, partner with a school in the UK, that they get the full Zimbabwean experience. Okay. Yeah.
So you're going to have partnerships between those schools in Zimbabwe and schools in the UK?
Schools in the UK, we're also looking to partner with other schools already in Zimbabwe. Okay. Because what we're building is a blueprint to be able to give entrepreneurial opportunities as far as agriculture and energy resources are concerned, because that's where it's at now. And also we're going to be building sustainable buildings. We're in...
You talk about an amazing idea in terms of sustainability, where you're going to be using hemp in terms of the construction. Can you tell us a bit more about that? How does that work?
Right. But we have an expert, and we're working with the Zimbabwe Industrial Hemp Trust. Who this year will have an approved building by the government because of the safety standards. So they're going to supply us hemp and bricks to build schools, and also...
This is an interesting concept. We're going to use industrial hemp as building material, as bricks.
It's actually been done across the world.
Oh, really?
And one of our sustainable advisor on our board, because we've got full board members, he's actually built schools in India.
Okay.
And New York, of all places, out of hemp bricks. So it can be done. There's a lot of buildings going on at the moment as far as sustainability is concerned.
Okay.
And this is something that we're wanting to do, because the Zimbabwe Industrial Hemp Trust can also teach farmers how to grow hemp, and how to sell their hemp, how to make a profitable business, in line with our values and what we're trying to do to help the young entrepreneurs of tomorrow.
Okay. In terms of financing, how are you dealing with that, raising the funding for this project?
Well, I'm not going to dress it up, Gilbert. We're constantly out fundraising.
Okay.
We've had.
And how's that going so far?
Yeah, it's going well.
Okay.
We've already had interest through the UK Africa Trade Expos.
Okay.
So we have a lot of connections to do with that. We've also got somebody else who's offered us some debt funding so far, and we have another partnership with Old Mutual.
Wow, amazing.
We've got so far as a memorandum of understanding.
Okay.
Within Zimbabwe, so to help with the development costs.
Okay. You speak with amazing passion about Zimbabwe, the country itself, the people, and the opportunities there. When you listen to other people, you get the sense that there are no possibilities. Where do you get your optimism from? I mean, you've been to Zimbabwe a number of times. What's your experience of the country?
Well, what's my experience of the country is that I think it's become my spiritual homeland. And I just think that there's a lot of potential there. Yeah. And I really feel that it's about turning that into profit for purpose, to help out the vulnerable children, to grow communities where they need to. And I just love as I said, I'm really honoured earlier when I spoke about being an honorary Zimbabwean.
Exactly,
because I think, wonderful people, really lovely people, good people, and also, I just feel that we need to come together to make this happen, it's all being part of a global community as well. And
Ali, this sounds like a very interesting story of social entrepreneurship. If there are people who might want to get involved, partner with you, support what you're doing, how do they go about it?
They get in touch. So you can get in touch with me on my email address or the foundation email address, which is info@lucyfreditsofoundation.com.
Yeah. So one of the final question, one of the concerns about private schools is always that they don't bridge the gap. They can tend to kind of widen it, because you get quality education in these private schools. In the public schools, due to funding issues, the education quality is not so that good. Are you not widening that gap with this initiative instead of kind of bridging it?
That's a really good question. That's why we're working with the government, because we have to. I believe, in partnerships wherever we go, and we're in for this for the long haul.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is about developing that understanding between each other as well. But by having a vocational college as well, we won't really be widening the gap. We'll actually be bridging it, because it will give other students, even older students within the community, opportunities.
Yeah, okay. You were saying earlier on that you did some really extensive research about this project. Just as to help other people who are trying to invest in Zimbabwe, what were the, say, 3 main risks you identified, and how did you think you could get around them?
Three main risks. Yeah, the one of the risks, I think, you know, I've got to be open about this, was currency.
Yeah.
Is that, and
Yeah.
I, you know, I understand.
There needs to be some certainty around.
Yeah,
around
there has to be certainty around that, but there is, because, you know, the understanding of that, and, you know, working with Zeda as, you know, the investment platform is essential.
Okay.
You know, working with the government is essential. Working with, from the UK's perspective, you know, the Zimbabwean embassy over here.
Okay.
We're working with the British embassy and British Trade and Investment as well.
Okay,
So that is one of the issues that we've had to address.
Okay. Second one.
Second one, there's been a few. So the second one, I think, you know, as far as building is concerned, you know, it's ensuring as well that you know, we've got the right construction team, and, you know, that things are going to happen as they say that they're going to happen.
There is that,
so, you know, that has been definitely something that, you know, we've had to work on. But again, it's a lot about communication.
You are getting all the support you need in terms of dealing with these things.
Well, yes, we are, and we're going to need more. So, you know, that's why we're working with everybody, because, as I said, we believe that working with the Zim UK Business Chamber, for example, is, you know, we can all support each other as far as businesses are concerned. And, you know, working out the business plan and the finances has also been a bit of a struggle. It's been stop-start. It's been, you know, how's this figure going to work with that figure? That we've realised, and that's what we set out to do anyway, is to form mutually beneficial partnerships. And this is what makes our commercial model profit for purpose. So it is a social entrepreneurial model.
Oh, brilliant. Ali, thank you so much for joining us, and all the best with this project which you're doing, which I'm sure will make a massive difference in the communities in Zimbabwe.
Thank you. Thanks, Gilbert.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.